Welcome everyone. Thank you. This is episode 2. Matt, thank you for coming. It means a lot, you know, and we're just starting TLP, and to have you on, it's a big honor for me, so I appreciate it.
Yeah, I'm happy to be here.
Thank you.
I appreciate the cold email.
Yeah, honestly, I was going through the list with Nick, and it was the first time I was like, okay, I want to really strategize and try to have a really good network, what I wanted to have on. And I was like watching your podcast price yourself for a while, the ones that you did with Mark and stuff like that. It was awesome. So I was like, it would be insane to have Matt on. And then I reached out to you. It's like, maybe when we actually like get established, he'll be free. And then when you responded right away, it was like, wow. So that meant a lot to me.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
I know how it feels. So
yeah, I bet.
Wherever I can help, I'll help.
Yeah, I mean, I guess we could start there. Like, when did you start Price to Sell?
That was a year and a half ago. It was May or June of 2021.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. And you obviously started this after you got your real estate license?
Yeah, I've been in real estate for 6 years.
Wow.
So that was podcasting didn't start with that. It started with another one called the Simple podcast.
Yeah.
And that was done during COVID.
Nice.
A good friend of mine.
Nice.
And then I learned all the hard lessons through that.
Yeah.
And then my partners on Price to Sell, because I have partners.
Yeah.
They run Money Buys Happiness podcast.
Yeah. They're awesome.
Yeah, so those are my partners.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh.
They started Price to Sell.
Really?
The idea of it.
Okay.
And then they called me because we're good group buddies, right? So
yeah.
They're like, we're doing a real estate podcast. You're the guy. I'm like, not no time.
He's busy guy, making commissions.
Another podcast, like a full real estate business. Like, no, we don't care. Like, shut up.
Yeah.
I was like, okay. So best thing I ever did was listen to them. And now here we are. So that's it.
Wow. Mm-hmm. Wow. And do you think that's like made your real estate career?
It's definitely helped. Yeah. It's not even for clients, just for other realtors, like the industry being
showing your face, I guess more.
Yeah, just more like, you know, build up a recognition for myself.
For sure.
A position like as a leader in the industry.
Yeah.
Getting amazing feedback from other agents who are finding a ton of value in the podcast.
Yeah.
Things like that, you know. I like helping. It's all for free, right? Like we're on pocket, so
yeah, this is no like there's no money making in this.
It's not, no, the only intention is to just, if I can help people, it's good karma for me.
Yeah.
Help me, you know, better position myself for my own goals and stuff like that. So
for sure.
Big believer in all that. So
yeah. So I've like I was saying, I watched Price to Sell for a while. You got some amazing people.
Is that how you found me?
Yeah.
Oh,
honestly,
cool.
yeah, it was.
Cool.
I was going through Instagram and it was, you know, those reels. You just keep scrolling, and I see like Price to Sell, and then I saw it again, and then a couple of days later, it was like,
it's working.
Yeah, it is working. That's for sure.
Hey, team out there, shout out, keep going.
Yeah.
Okay.
Honestly, no, but like, how did you come about all the people you met to come on to Price to Sell?
So like as you venture off into the industry, as the years progressed, you're starting to deal with deals with realtors. Doing a deal with another agent, it's a lot of phone conversation.
Yeah.
So deals that are going really well, some you hit it off with. Like I've become really good friends with guys who I didn't even meet.
For sure.
We just talked on the phone about a house.
Like
I had a
us,
listing, and they had a buyer. Even though, so a lot of my network I built through just deal after deal after deal, different agents. Some I hate. I'm kidding. I have about 4 on my shit list.
Oh yeah.
I don't know who you are. Just, you know, don't cross me. I'm kidding. But majority of agents out there, it's all about befriending each other. People think that it's like a competition. So
no.
Who can out negotiate the other guy? It's really beneficial if you can actually
negotiate together.
Yeah. And like, you know, meet at the middle of the net.
For sure.
I heard a term, I say it all the time, it's co-opetition, not competition. So
for sure.
If 2 agents can work together to get the deal done, both sets of clients are happy.
Yeah.
Nothing better than that. So yeah, just through building up, like through my socials, a lot of agents have hit me up, and I've built good communications through there, through deals, and then some agents would reach out, like, hey, can I be on? I'm like, oh yeah, you do really well.
Yeah.
So just networking.
Yeah, for sure.
Just general networking.
I think that's the way in any business, especially real estate. You know, like that's where it begins.
Yeah, definitely.
The relationships you build, like not even just as a client with someone, just people you meet, and you never know, one day they're gonna come back to you, and that's how it starts.
That's why I always say yes to everything.
Yeah. Always say yes. Never say no.
It's always doors, right? Doors of opportunity.
You never know.
They're coming your way for a reason.
Exactly.
Like you reaching out to me, sick. Let's go meet him. Let's see where this, be on the podcast, what happens.
Awesome.
I'm a big believer in all that stuff. So
Cool. Yeah, I mean, so I know we talked a little bit before about how you grew up in Vaughan as well. So tell me, when you started in real estate, was Vaughan like your first idea to get into the market, or did you want to branch out more?
I didn't really pick. I wasn't being picky.
Okay.
So I was like, I'll take anything.
Yeah.
I did deals in Hamilton my first year. I drove
Nice.
2 hours. Barry, like I
That's
didn't
all
want
right.
to limit myself.
Yeah.
Ultimately, like because of my network and my background, I was a barber before real
okay.
estate. So
Cool.
all my clientele, like all my clients were out of Vaughan,
Yeah.
Woodbridge, Richmond Hill. So
Yeah.
naturally, through my own network, a lot of my deals ended up being in Vaughan.
Okay.
But I took deals wherever I can go. Now, like I'll obviously not going to drive to Hamilton to do
Yeah.
a deal anymore.
Yeah.
I'll refer it, and I have a great referral network now. But yeah, I love working in Vaughan. I love selling Toronto condos. I do a lot of Toronto condos.
For sure.
So yeah, right now I'd say my niches are definitely Simcoe, Vaughan,
Yeah.
downtown.
Nice.
But again, if it's within an hour drive, I'll take it.
Of
And I
course.
do enjoy taking areas and listings and in pockets I'm not familiar with, because
You
I
learn.
have
I
no
guess.
choice but to learn
Yeah.
real
Exactly.
quick. So
Yeah.
that for me, like personally, like it helps me just learn about the city.
Yeah.
There's so many different pockets in Toronto.
Oh my God.
In the GTA. So
No, I'm still learning like now, just starting in real estate. Like
Yeah.
even on the course itself, just they're talking about all these different areas. I'm like, where's this? Like,
yeah. Well, I was in the bond bubble. I'm sure you grew up
Yeah,
in the
yeah,
bond
yeah.
bubble, right?
Yeah,
It's a real thing.
it is. It
So
is.
You don't know much.
That's
past-
all you know.
Yeah, you don't know much south of Steeles.
Yeah, pretty
We're
much.
really on the border of it now.
I didn't even know this was the border till like last year. To be
This
honest
is the
with you.
border.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's Toronto right there.
Yeah.
So, yeah, just getting to familiarize yourself with all these different areas is cool for your own
Mhm.
self-development, self-growth.
For sure.
I like now downtown, I know it like the back of my hand,
Yeah.
which is cool because I had no idea how to even drive down there.
Yeah, the
But I
traffic.
live down there.
Yeah.
So it's real estate's definitely cool for that.
Oh, for sure. You learn so much, not
Yeah.
just in the real estate itself, the product that you're selling, but just the area in general.
Yep.
It's big. I guess my next question was gonna be, like for myself, what advice would you give to someone like me or someone who wants to get into real estate at a young age or maybe even older? What's the first thing you would say to them?
Well, you gotta learn sales.
Yeah.
So you gotta sell yourself too.
Mm-hmm.
It's not just you come in, you have to be a people person, you have to have all those skills. That skill set has to be, it's either you have it naturally or you gotta build it.
For sure.
You're doing things like this right now. This is great because you're building conversations and learning how to hold conversations.
Exactly.
Real estate is just talking to people and talking to more people, right?
Exactly.
And then getting them to like you and trust you.
Mm-hmm.
So I would say if you're young, it's especially important at that age to start developing confidence, whether that's going to the gym, whatever way you can build up that confidence for yourself. It's super important.
That helps.
Because if you're coming
Yeah.
off, like, if you're selling a house, you gotta know what you're doing.
Yeah.
And even if you don't, you gotta pretend like you do.
Exactly.
Because people will,
Here's the dishwasher.
yeah, right? So, I know, it's not that easy though.
Yeah,
Actually,
no, it isn't.
It could be, but,
Yeah.
yeah, building up all those skill sets
Mhm.
at a young age helps.
Mm-hmm.
If you gotta go and get a job in sales, yeah, if you need to get, a job in sales, like I was barbering, which is
Yeah.
sales in itself. Because
In sorry, in Vaughan or where
yeah,
were you
out of my
barbering?
house.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so people
the
were
best way
coming.
to start.
Well, I mean, people had to like trust me, so I had to
Exactly.
develop a skill, which was being able to cut hair,
Mm-hmm.
and then I had to build a business of clients, and that was through referrals and like people beyond the haircut. People just love to come hang out because
Yeah.
I had to watch all the movies, I had to watch all the TV shows, I knew all the sports, I knew all the players because each guy was like, this guy's a football fan, this guy's a hockey fan,
Yeah.
this guy loves Game of Thrones. Then I was selling TVs at Best Buy, mission, but we're
By the
taught
hour?
Richard
Oh,
plans and all that.
the
right?
warranty for
the warranty,
Yeah,
exactly.
yeah, yeah.
So being able to do that and learning how to sell and how to upsell and all that stuff. So like it wasn't even my plan,
Mhm.
but I was building all the skills I needed for real estate.
Mhm.
And then when I got in, I was a salesman already. I knew
Yeah.
what I was doing.
Exactly.
So I would highly recommend.
You didn't go in blind.
No, I highly recommend building up your sales skills
Yeah.
for sure.
Yeah. So you're highly successful at this point at a young age. Just from me saying, like, seeing you on social media and seeing what you're doing is not a lot of real estate people today. Some older, they don't see the need to show their face as much anymore because they don't think that's the way, you know, the direction is going.
Yeah.
But from a young generation perspective, I think everyone knows that is the way it's going. So what is your motivation to do all of this? Where does it come from?
It just works.
Yeah.
Yeah, if it ain't broke, don't fix it, right?
Yeah.
I was actually teased in the beginning when I first started.
Yeah.
I got on Instagram at the perfect time.
Mm-hmm.
There was a couple agents doing it really big at the time, like Mark.
Yep.
So they're not, shout out to him.
Mhm.
But yeah, I knew right away, like, okay, this is working for him. It's free exposure,
Yeah.
right? So I just started to dig down pretty deep at the beginning. My broker would always tell me, don't waste your time, you're never gonna sell a house on Instagram. You gotta be
Really?
cold calling, you gotta be door knocking, you gotta be doing all this stuff.
Your broker said this?
Yes.
Wow.
But it's also a different mentality.
Yeah,
it's,
right.
It
is.
Like the social media space, it just started to blow up like
Recently.
4 or 5 years ago.
Yeah.
And now it's like the influencer's a thing, you know, it's like
Mhm.
it's a full-time job, the influencer, right? So
Yeah.
I just knew like I have this outlet, I enjoy Instagram, I know how to use it well.
Yeah.
Let me start showcasing me. And then I started to really digest and see what I didn't like about people and how they were, not about people, but how they were promoting themselves as
Yeah,
agents.
for sure.
Back then, especially before even video, it
was
was
so
all
different.
about, you know, here's the home, here's the kitchen, here's the bathroom, here's the toilet, you can pee here. Like it's just, it's the same.
Here's
shit.
the room, that's
Everyone was
it.
taking photos like this, you know. It's
Yeah.
like every agent has like crossed arms photo, but like if
There's
you're-
no motivation to it. They're just doing it.
It's also the wrong body language. Like why is
Oh.
everyone crossing their arms?
Yeah.
Right. Like
Yeah.
that's a closed off
It is.
position.
Yeah.
That's not the approach.
Not welcoming.
It's
in
not
any
welcome.
way.
Exactly. So
Yeah.
like little things like that. I'm like, why is everyone just copying everyone else and then crossing their arms and doing all these things? So I'm like, I want to change it up. I want to.
For sure.
People like me. People like coming to me for haircuts because I'm funny. I do all this weird shit.
Yeah.
Let me just bring that weird stuff to real estate.
Exactly.
I took a big handful.
I bet.
My first
Definitely a little negative. for
First
some
listing
people.
video that I brought out my weirdness was a big custom home. It was like 1.3
Okay.
million, and I was like, shit, this is not the place, but there's the only listing I had at the time. I'm like, I want to try out this
Yeah.
funny video instead of just a regular listing video. So I did it with my buddy Augustus at the time, who co-listed with me, and we did some weird ass shit. Like I'm eating a banana with like slow motion and shit like that, you know?
Yeah.
And it popped off.
For
Everyone
sure.
loved it.
People remember
Yeah,
it.
exactly. And then
Yeah.
we sold the house, and I don't know if it's through that video, but
And what did the clients think of that when you did that?
I didn't show him
Okay.
because I didn't want him to think of. But I got the listing after another agent failed.
Wow.
So I'm like, okay, I don't want this guy thinking I'm not taking this seriously. So
Yeah.
I'm not going to show him the video. I'm just going to put it on my Instagram.
See what
And
happens.
If it does well, it does well. I don't know if he ever saw it, but
Yeah.
from that point forward, based on all the feedback I got, I realized, okay, I'm onto something here.
Great.
So I kept being different, and I'm not even like just being different. I was being myself,
Exactly.
and being myself is different.
Yeah.
So it worked out in my favor, and haven't stopped. I got more confident to just not care what people thought.
Yeah.
And I just kept working and working and working, and I'm just continuously being myself online. And it's, before I knew it, within like 3 years, things are just popping off now, right?
Yeah.
So I can only imagine what the next 3 years look like.
Oh, who
If I
knows?
just keep being that.
Exactly.
So it's been
Never
it's been a
stop.
fun ride. I recommend it to everybody. If you could be on the socials, it's a free platform. You can reach millions of people for free. Why the hell not?
No, it's true. I think just some people, they find it like, oh, they're worried more about who's gonna say what about them after, like, you know, the insecurities and all that.
And that's why 90% will never do anything.
Yeah.
But that's just like human nature in general. It doesn't matter what job you're in. If you're too worried what people think about you,
Yeah.
you're always gonna be suppressed.
Exactly.
Right? You're not gonna be like your true self.
Yeah.
So if you're able to
Get out
come
of that bubble.
bubble.
Exactly.
and join the 5% that are actually doing it,
Yeah.
it's a fun time out
The
there.
banana
You
videos.
know? Yeah. Eat your bananas.
Yeah.
Yeah. Slip on them. Whatever you gotta do.
Exactly. So going back to the Price to Sell podcast, you got recently Ryan Serhant himself. How did that come apart?
Random. Just like you said, I not thought I would come on this early.
Yeah,
I don't know if I was ready for Ryan. He's like,
for sure, like an idol
yeah,
in the real
like
estate market.
you know, what he did. So he's definitely a guy I look up to, and I definitely, a lot of my inspiration when I make my videos is from him. So I knew it was gonna happen.
Yeah.
I'm a big believer in just like when you know things are gonna happen, like when. It's like, one day I was chilling one night, I was wrapping up a day, and then a good agent friend of mine who I met through my podcast,
Yeah.
Justin Conact, he just texted me randomly and said, "Hey, have you got Ryan on yet?" I was like, "No." You know, maybe next couple of years.
Yeah.
He's like, "Okay, 1 sec." And then he texts me back half an hour later. He's like, "Okay, he's in." I'm like, "What? What do you mean?" So I'm like, I'm confused. Like, just check your email, and then bang, I'll CC an email.
So they knew each other, obviously.
Yeah, they're good buddies.
Oh, okay.
So he just told Ryan, he's like, "Listen, you gotta connect with this Mac guy. You guys can hit it off."
Yeah.
So I set it up. So I went to New York, did the podcast.
Yeah.
In his office.
Yeah, that was pretty cool. That was cool.
You know, got to hang out with him for a bit. It
Yeah.
was a crazy experience.
Yeah.
Really cool.
Definitely
Very
good
surreal.
exposure, both sides.
Yeah, and even just for me to have like a sit down with my idol and have a
Yeah.
a
Surreal.
free conversation and
Yeah.
have an hour of his time
Yeah.
because of the platform I run.
Mm-hmm.
Like, and I ask those questions for everybody, but they're also my questions,
Mhm.
right? So
Mhm.
I'm also learning and picking his brain live on camera.
Exactly.
So it was definitely a very cool experience, and knowing how obviously the machine the guy operates and how busy he is.
Yeah.
Being able to get an hour of his time,
Yeah.
get value for myself, and then also get value for everyone else.
Yeah.
Did you watch it?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah,
It was
okay.
amazing.
Yeah. So, and I was keeping my calm, man. I like literally mentally prepped the whole morning,
Oh yeah?
meditated, and told
No way.
myself, do not fanboy. Walk in there.
Don't ask for his autograph.
You and him are the same thing.
Yeah.
The same guy.
Yeah.
I did my thing. You know, because they appreciate that too, right?
Oh, for sure.
You gotta think about it. Like, there's very people that run into them. They're like, oh, like yeah. So, but they want to be treated normally too. Right?
Exactly.
So it was good. And then, you know, seeds are planted. Who knows in the future what happens?
Yeah.
Between him and I.
Who knows?
So,
That's cool.
mhm.
I know. Saw even on your Instagram a couple times you're talking about the toilet situation.
Porta potty?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Great story.
Yeah. How are you feeling as a business
My
person?
first deal?
Yeah.
Well, it's amazing. Like coming from, like I was doing well as a barber,
Mm.
but I wasn't seeing money like this.
Yeah.
And then it was just like a taste to, because I don't come from money, right? So
For sure.
my whole life was just like watching a financial struggle between like my parents and all that. So being able to see like money come in my bank account and to see like build,
It's a big motivation.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Because I'm like,
Yeah.
oh shit, I can actually go and
Yeah.
go on this vacation now. So
For sure.
it was cool because like this is real.
Yeah.
And it's like, okay, if I can keep multiplying this and have it compound, I can make even more.
Yeah.
So it was a quick little break through my mental barriers of like what I can accomplish as
Yeah.
a human.
For sure.
I started to like, the first number I put up on my whiteboard, I was like, no, I can pass that. And I put a new number up, I'm like, oh, I can pass this too, you know? So like every year it just keeps going up.
Keep going up.
And yeah, it's super cool. Definitely a cool
For sure.
feeling,
Yeah.
being able to accomplish goals like that.
It's insane, you know, like thinking like in the whole mental state.
Mhm.
Like even me, everyone, you don't really know how important, how strong your mental capacity is in business and life. Like you tell yourself one thing, and you don't think you can do anything else but that. But when you keep pushing forward, like you do with real estate, it's endless opportunity.
What's you pursue?
Exactly.
So it's whatever. If you want to set a small goal for yourself, you set your
Yeah.
your small goal.
That's your choice. That's your choice.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly. So I guess another question is, what do you see next? What does Matt Campoli see next in his career?
Well, next I'm going to see a lunch. See food on my plate.
Yeah, me too.
Like
Once I started.
just huge thing. Definitely entrepreneurial. For sure, my podcast, other things, other ventures I'm working on. I don't know if I see myself. I definitely see myself selling at a much larger scale, like an empire, you know.
For
So
sure.
I don't want to
Build your own empire.
Think small. I don't want to think even just Toronto. My goals are just absolutely massive. So, however I get there, that's
Yeah.
that belongs to where I will be.
Mm.
And delusional optimist, I call myself.
Okay.
So my goals are just stupid big.
That's the
Yeah.
right way to go.
Like,
I'm
they're
the same.
scary. Right?
Yeah.
But if they
Yeah.
don't scare you, then what's the point?
Yeah.
So.
Exactly. What's the point of driving every day?
Yeah.
No, it's amazing. I was gonna ask you, you were going off of bigger scale, bigger than Toronto. From your experience, you know, going to Florida and America and networking with those people in the industry, do you see there being bigger opportunity there than here? Do you see it?
Like potentially, like depends on the area you're going to, right? Like Toronto in itself, we're still like we're talking real estate focus price
Yeah.
points. We're still one of the highest.
Yeah.
You know, we're higher than a lot of the states.
Regardless of what everyone's saying.
Yeah,
it's
we're
gonna
still
crash.
hub. You know, we're
Yeah.
close to New York and stuff. So
Yeah.
I mean, being a realtor here is great.
Mm-hmm.
You're making commissions off these price points. It's fantastic.
Yeah.
But in terms of depends what your goals are. But yeah, there's a lot of opportunity in the states, areas like Florida, New York, if you want. There's all kinds of different ways to like kind of mix yourself in. Like I find myself in a lot of Florida now since I bought a house there.
Yeah,
And I have a lot of my clients buying properties there through my referral sources. So
for sure.
like I'm technically selling in Florida now,
Yeah,
just not physically.
yeah, yeah.
I have like a team of people that I work with down there, like lenders, realtors,
Nice.
investors. So it's been pretty cool. And
Yeah,
I know
for
that's
sure.
going to keep growing, right?
For sure.
After that,
Exactly.
right? Because I want to start exploring other areas of interest, like maybe Texas or Arizona.
Yeah, Texas is
So-
huge.
Yeah. So
Everyone's nice.
yeah, I mean, like the cap rates are way better than here.
Yeah.
So for an investor looking to cash flow, like it's gonna be really hard in Toronto, but in states like that, you can.
Yeah,
So it's like, why not?
for sure. Just
That's not that hard. You can do 20% down in Florida as a Canadian through TD Bank.
yeah,
They have like a promotion as if you're buying something as a secondary home,
yeah, yeah,
like a
yeah.
vacation home.
For
They'll
sure.
allow you to do 20% down. So it wasn't any different than buying a house here in
Awesome.
turn.
Yeah,
Yeah, and then obviously you want to get a good cross-border accountant to help you with the whole taxes. So
Yeah.
you're moving money cross-border and all that.
yeah,
You want to have your tax structure set up properly. Have a good lawyer to give you good advice. But other than that, it's the same.
yeah, for sure.
Yeah, it's not hard.
It's good to know. A lot
Yeah.
of people are a little bit scared getting into different countries.
They just
the
think it's
risk.
harder.
Yeah,
It's not hard.
yeah.
Yeah.
Wow. Cool. Cool. So we were talking a little bit about the market earlier, but what are you thinking? Everyone's saying about the market right now here. Let's say, for example, in Vaughan or GTA in general. How do you think it's looking going in the future?
It's gonna crash and there's flames to burn everywhere.
Yeah,
It's gonna be Armageddon.
we're gonna be living on the streets.
Yeah. No, it's like I said, GTA is it's such a strong market here. We still have a huge supply issue too.
Yeah.
So everyone loves the conversation of a crashing market. People have been saying it's been crash for the past since I've been in the business 6 years.
Yeah.
Every year, market's gonna crash, market's gonna crash.
Regardless of
The same
COVID
people that
and
will never buy. So it depends who you're listening to.
Exactly.
But real estate's a long-term game, so people are looking at it from a macro perspective. If you're buying a house today, in 10 years you're gonna be up.
Mhm.
Whether you're buying in a crash or not. Now's
Yeah.
actually a great time to buy.
Exactly.
Because it's a fact that prices are lower than they were.
Yeah.
Will they be higher one day? Yeah.
Mhm.
Will it be next year? Maybe. Will it be 2 years?
Mhm.
3 years probably.
Yeah.
So people are stop reading these fire headlines
Yeah.
and just like if the property makes sense numbers wise from an investment standpoint, buy it.
That's the number one thing is the
Buy it.
numbers.
If your costs are being covered by tenant, buy it.
Yeah.
Hold it because real estate's not get rich quick. It's get rich slow.
Exactly. It's the long term rather than the
super,
short.
super long term. So
Yeah.
if there's an opportunity, jump on it. But there's no need to just get proper education from people.
For sure.
Don't just watch the news and the media because they'll do whatever they can to find a fire headline.
Yeah.
And be like, oh, sales are down 50%. People think that means prices are down 50%. It's not.
Yeah.
We actually read the article too. It's you just gotta have thick skin.
For
You know
sure.
what I mean? Like these are the times where just human psychology. Like when everything's hitting the fan, or so it may seem,
Mhm.
this is the best time to buy.
Mhm.
Historically, every single downturn, this is the time where the rich get richer,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
And then it's when the market's taken off and everyone's buying, like it's booming.
Yeah.
It's funny because then everyone wants to buy, and everyone's
Exactly.
gonna spend stupid
When they
money
see
to
everybody
buy.
else doing it, they
it's
don't.
just it's
exactly.
just like how human nature works. When
Yeah.
everyone's doing it, people think they have to go. They don't even know why they're spending 1.5 on a townhouse. They don't know why. But
They don't.
because there's 12 other offers, they feel like I need to buy this house for 1.1. Everyone's at home scared.
Yeah. It's true.
It's just it's different perspectives. People just gotta restructure their perspective, and
Yeah.
it's,
Can't be afraid to
it's not a
change.
hard game. It's not a hard game.
Exactly. Like I was looking a couple weeks ago at some Calgary property investments, just looking with long term,
Yeah.
and the pricing there is just
It's cheap.
it's insane. It's
It can
like
be
how
very
you, and like seeing that people are like, oh, jump on it, jump on it, jump on it. And then people are like, oh, I don't know the market there. I've never been there. And there's two different sides to it.
Yeah.
Depends on what you want to do long term and how you want to.
We'll just look at like a long-term, 20-year graph.
Yeah.
And see how prices have gone up.
Yeah.
Right. And we take like an average, and that's what you can kind of expect.
And for sure, it's gonna drop at some point. Like it's normal. It's the market. Things go down.
Yeah.
things
There's
go up.
always there's always peaks and valleys.
Yeah.
We had it in 2016.
Mhm.
We had it a bit in COVID.
Mhm.
We have it now.
Yeah.
So it's just if you can buy the dip, buy the dip.
Yeah. It's true.
Yeah.
Well, Matt, like I said before, thank you for coming.
At first.
being one of the first means a lot.
Yeah.
Shows your support and that you believe in me and our team. So I appreciate it.
Yeah.
And I'd love to have you on again.
Yeah, whenever you need.
And talk soon.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Sounds good. Thank you, sir.